And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. By now, you know actor Jussie Smollett is 5 days into a 150-day jail sentence and has since been admitted to the Cook County Jail psych ward. He was moved there because he was at risk of self-harm. Now, the jail says all high-profile inmates with mental needs are placed there. Now, Smollett's on-screen mom on Empire, actress Taraji P. Henson, is one of many supporting him and calling for his release. But she may have taken it too far by comparing Smollett's situation with Emmett Till, a 14-year-old African-American who was lynched in Mississippi back in 1955 after being accused of whistling at a white woman.
But there is something sacred in our community, and you do not compare Emmett Till to this kind of situation, or really any kind of situation. It is a sacred event, a sad event in our history. And this guy is serving time for something he was convicted of. It's frankly, it's an embarrassment. So if you are friends with someone, you gotta be friends enough to say, you were wrong, go ahead, serve your time, I'm still gonna be your friend, but don't come out with this kind of stuff.
Lewis, she has turned off her comments on that particular Instagram post. Did she see it coming, or did they attack her? What? Your thoughts on the comparison?
Had she left it up, she would have gotten drugged sooner. It's a good thing that she deleted it. I mean, the audacity and ego of celebrity minds, you know, particularly when they speak unchecked. To make that comparison, and I don't think, to be honest, I don't think it was quite a comparison. I think that she invoked the name while speaking about her friend. And she wants to help her friend, I get that, but you would never mention O.J. Simpson with Medgar Evers. There's just two things that they just don't mix, and as Dr. Ruth mentioned, some things are sacred. And that's one of those things. I think Jussie needs to just, meet a nice young man, while he's there. I think he's got 70, 80 more days with good behavior, and he'll be fine. That's what I think.
You say that's what you say.
A nice young man who's innocent.
That comment was packed with so many things, Louis, packed with so many things. Todd, let's bring you into this conversation, and let's go back to what Louis said. Is this a comparison that she did of Emmett Till and Jussie Smollett, or situations, or she just said his name in her comments, evoked his name?
Well, like both Dr. Ruth and Louis said, you should never even mention those names, because what Jussie did was just totally voluntary. Emmett Till did nothing but go visit his family down south, and he was brutally murdered at 14 years old. Jussie is a full-grown man, but she was trying to compare the sentencing. And we know as a society that a lot of times Black people get sentenced harsher for the same crimes with similar criminal backgrounds and similar jurisdictions than their white counterparts. We understand that, but you have to be careful about saying that people should not go to jail for their crimes because this person didn't go to jail. I'm from a family where 4 or 5 people have been murdered. Nobody, to my knowledge, has ever gone to jail for any of those crimes. I can't go out there and rob a bank and say, oh, dude that killed my Uncle Hollis and killed my Uncle Francis didn't go to jail, so I should not go to jail. I think that's the comparison she was trying to make. What Jussie did was in no comparison to what the murderers of Emmett Till did. But to even compare those two things, and we know that that was a different era. That was 1955, all white jury, segregation in Mississippi. You can't necessarily compare those two things, and one person getting away with a crime should not justify somebody else going out and doing a crime. And I think that that's a slippery slope. I hear people using that argument all the time. You might be the fool that got caught. And Jussie was the fool that got caught. He has to do his time. Like Louis said, do your 70 days or whatever, 150 days or whatever it is, and go on about your business and let's move on. Jussie messed up. The system didn't mess over Jussie. Jussie messed over himself.
Amber, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I agree 1,000,000%. And I understand that she's trying to prove a point with the justice system being unfair. We know it is. I mean, it's proven that the stats show it. But I also agree that there's a time and a place to know the difference between something that was chosen and something that was not. I mean, a murder compared to a self-hate crime to get attention for yourself. Are you out of your mind making the comparison? And I agree, it's a good thing she turned off her comments because she was going to get drugged for real.
Blaine, let's hear from you. Last week you said Hollywood was filled with liars.
Listen, let me tell you, this is another example of it. This is what this is. see, we all attach to people that's a little close. It's hard for us to remove ourselves from or see things a little different from people that's a little close to us. And I think I think she's still stuck in the method acting. She still thinks she cookie lines and that's her son, but his ass is guilty. I don't know what else to say.
That's Cookie's baby. Yeah, she tried.
That's her baby.
She did try to pivot. She did try to pivot this thing into some movement. And it's insulting as a Black community to suggest that a celebrity can just, kind of make a backhanded a comment like this, which it was completely a ridiculous comment. But to think that somehow she was going to garner some support from the Black community particularly, oh no.